algorithm that he sent to me. If it needs to be changed, I'll just ask Scope to either explain to me what needs to be changed, or somebody else, or yourself. But this is currently what it is on there at the moment. There's a couple of other features in there. I didn't change the algorithm that he sent me, to be honest. It's just these green candles at the moment. If it Okay, is forget from my behalf. I will speak to Scope this afternoon and see how I need to change it and make it better. Or yourself, I'll send you a message. Yeah, just to forget from my behalf on that one. There's a couple of other things that I haven't discussed in there. There's things like I added some slopes to try and detect these liquidity grabs over here. God, my computer is dying on me. Yeah, yes, so hopefully that will load in a second for me. Yeah, so you've got these sort of like slopes to try and detect these patterns here. They're kind of things that I'm trying to work on to make it better as I go along. There's also... Yes, that's correct, yes. Like I said, everything's up for improvement. If there's, I'd like to try and make them into strategies. So if anybody's got idea for strategies and things like that, I'm all ears. I will definitely listen and try to build some strategies out of this. Things that I've found are, like I said, adding a classic indicator, maybe the anchored VWAP, a fantail, plus the market structures as maybe as the entry. I also found that I've created a divergence indicator here, which isn't like the classic divergence indicator. It takes the RSI, the MACD, and the another one, I can't remember which one it was, and takes 3 to 5 candles back, creates an average, and then works out the divergence that way. Because the problem is with divergences, the classic divergence indicators, is that they're very stuck to the candle where you're up here hitting. Now, when you've got a visual eye, or you can look at it and you can say, right, okay, the waves are going that way, or whatever. That's it, the wave trend. The waves are going this way, the candle's going that way. That's creating a divergence. But in an algorithmic perspective, you don't have that visual look at the candles. I know you can't see it at the moment, but as you can see, there is one just there that's detected a divergence between those two. So it takes an average of the candles, it takes an average of the RSI and the other indicators to try and find a stronger divergence through those three indicators. So yeah, so they're the kind of things I haven't discussed in there. There is quite a lot of things in there in this indicator. I will release it to everybody so you can play with it, and then just give me some suggestions in Scope's room, and I'll try to improve it. Yes, yes. I, some of the strategies, like I said, I've spent a humongous amount of time trying to code strategies with it. The only there's an OB strategy in the DaviddTech list, and I haven't been able to beat the results of that. Only things that I have found quite good are things like market structure break, using them as a trend detection, and then afterwards using another indicator for the entry, or using like I was saying earlier, maybe the fantail or a VWAP as looking for the trend and direction, and then trying to use something something else. What else would I have used? If I could have used an ABC, or no, it wouldn't have worked with an ABC. The ABC I worked with the 20 EMA. Things like that. I've tried so many different strategies, as you probably know, to try and build a a smart market trading strategy, and I have actually failed to find anything that's as good as traditional indicators, to be honest. But I will continue. Yeah. Yes, I've tested tons of breaker blocks, retests of order blocks, reversals of order blocks. I've tried absolutely tons of them, and honestly, like I said, being honest here, I haven't found any. Now, this not meaning it doesn't work as a manual trading strategy, because you have the person behind it, the screen looking at it. I just haven't found anything that's extraordinarily good for algo trading, for automatic bot trading myself. That's maybe because I've overlooked something. That's why I kind of count on you guys as well. If anybody has any ideas for different trading strategies, I'm happy to try and code them. But yeah, personally, I haven't found anything better than the ones that are already on TradingView. So yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. I'll send them to you. No problem whatsoever. I need to clean. I need to clean up. I need to clean the code a bit, because it was just tests, things like that. But yeah, I will happily send anybody the code. I'd like to try and get the graveyard back inside of the Discord, because it was a good idea. It was a good idea of being able to test strategies that maybe, like I just said, I overlook settings. You're much better at optimizing than I am, Marco. Yeah, maybe I've just overlooked a good set of settings, or maybe not optimized on the right coin, or the pair, or whatever. Yes, so I will definitely. I'll send you my setups. I have added the alerts for the golden pocket, for the ABCs, I did a reverse of thing here. Hold on, my computer touches order block. Let me try and get this. I'm gonna have to turn off my screen and pull this screen back on very quickly. Yeah, I'll put it up and everybody can test it anyway this afternoon, Marco, so you can test and see what you'd like me to add anyway, because my screen's got absolute dead here. Yeah, I'll put it up, and then you just tell me what you want as extra alerts, and I'll add the alerts, no problem. No problem, no problem. Right. Okay, so that will be up on TradingView this afternoon. Well, yeah, this afternoon, ready for everybody to use and tell me what they would like. If I'll also set up a room with scope in the DaviddTech strategy, so we can discuss how to make it better. If anybody wants to help make it better, or any ideas on smart money, I did quite a few smart money courses at the very beginning of, a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago, and like the concepts and things like that. It's just that I haven't found anything that works extremely well with bots, but maybe, like I said, I'm overlooking something. Other things that I worked on is the trader leaderboard. That I should hope to have some results to share with you guys next week, because I've been recording the data from all of the top trader boards. Don't know if it'll be any help to us at all, but it was worth me scraping the results for a couple of weeks to see if we could find something interesting to be able to follow, or maybe even try and find the trading strategies of the top traders. If we know who they are, maybe we'll be able to find a Twitter feed or something like that where they explain their trading strategies. So I've been, like I said, scraping the top traders from Binance, Bybit, and the other exchange, Binance and Bybit. I've been scraping theirs. What it does is it literally goes away, takes their trades, records them. It records loads of silly data like how long they've been in for trades, the average win, those kind of things, number of trades per day, how many longs, how many shorts. And my idea was to come up with an average and things like that to try and see if we can find, like I said, the strategies of the top traders, or at least be able to have a sentiment that the top traders are trading at the moment or not. So that's still in the works. Also, I don't know if anybody's seen this one. This is particularly exciting to me. I don't know if anybody's been seen Baby AGI. Baby AGI is a chat GPT user. Somebody created this. It was a VC in California, I believe, who built this Python script that uses ChatGPT, and they believe that this is probably going to be the next evolution of the AI world. So what it does is it creates 3 or 4 ChatGPT bots, and each of those bots have a role. So one has a task. One is a task agent. The other one is a creation agent. The other one is a prioritization agent, and the fourth agent is a execution agent. Now, I know this probably seems a bit weird and complicated, well, maybe not complicated, but weird in the trading world. But when I saw this, it was something that I found particularly exciting for us because it's a different way of looking at ChatGPT and how we could use it as a trading world. The first idea that I had was a indicator generator. So we have a user, you go in, you type in, I would like a trading strategy using an RSI crossover, and then through prioritization and creation of tasks, I've added a couple of the extra agents in there. One that's a developer, the other one which is a optimization agent, and the other one which is a backtester. And these agents all work together to create a trading strategy. It might sound complex. It's very, very simple, really. All it is ChatGPT talking to himself, so you don't have to add anything other than a line of code. If you go and look for Baby AGI, it's very, I find very exciting, and it could be something that could be particularly great for us. Another one is to analyze coin pairs or just coins, the data behind coins, the on-chain data, and things like that using ChatGPT, and asking it to predict tomorrow's price for BTC. Now, I know some people have done that, but this actually gives ChatGPT a long-term memory, so you can add a database behind ChatGPT using Pinecone and Lane Chain, I think it's called. You build a long-term memory for ChatGPT, which allows you to feed it data daily, and that data could help us to predict coin prices or the fundamentals behind coins. You could have it feed in Twitter feeds daily, and it would actually remember the Twitter feeds from the day before instead of just forgetting everything. So it makes it a lot more interesting, and there are things that I'm working on at the moment. I have a guy called Abraham who's also working on them for us as well. All of this is going to be open source. I'm just going to stick it in to GitHub so everybody can play around with it and see what they can get. I will try to build web interfaces for everything so that you can easily play around with it. I suggest if anybody wants it, interested into it, who doesn't know about it, go and have a look on YouTube for Baby AGI, and I will be creating trading versions of this so that it could hopefully predict something close to a Bitcoin price for the next day, or like I said, a creator for indicators and things like that, which would be just literally a line of code, and it will come up with a hopefully potentially a fantastic setup with optimized results and all of that, all coded for you, ready for you to just put on your computer and ready to run. So that's something I'm working on. I don't know how long it'll take. I will, like I said, post it to GitHub. I have started building it. I just need to make it public for everybody to see. So if anybody's got any questions about Baby AGI or anything that I might not know about, there's a couple of them. There's an Auto GPT, Baby AGI, and then there's another load of them. And what it does, it just means that ChatGPT can talk to itself instead of talking to you, builds its own tasks, and does everything from A to Z. Yeah. Any questions about that? Does anybody think I'm going mad? Okay. It's an idea. It'll be connected to Telegram as well, so you can easily ask it questions and things like that. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think the way that ChatGPT is going, I think trading is going to change. I think casinos are going to change. I think the world is going to have to change and become different because of the way these things work. And I believe that it's going to give us a lot more power than we had before. If anybody wants to come and discuss one day, baby AGI, any ideas that you have, I certainly would love to build them. Okay. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to open source lots more things. I have realized that I kind of by not doing what I like, which is open source, I'm kind of taking away the power of the community. So I'm going to make more open source. This is open source. What else is open source? I'm making David AI open source, so you can download that and put it onto your own servers and run it on your own servers. I've started doing videos on arbitrage and pair trading, 50% done for pair trading in Python. I've recorded loads of videos about that, and that's going to be completely open source. I've started building a Python script for beginners with open source boilerplate. The open source boilerplate currently contains here. Contains all of these tables that you see here. So you literally have one line of code to enter. Let me hide hide this here. If I hide that there, you have one line of no, you don't. You have about 4 lines of code to enter to have this with all of its results on it. Have the P&L daily table at the side here when that decides to load, and that is literally 4 lines of code and an import from TradingView, and you can add this, and of course it's not checked, so it hasn't. But you know the table that's on the side over here with the P&L. With 4 lines of code, you can import that with all of these lovely stats and all of that into any trading strategy with simply 4 lines of code, which I've worked on, and I'm going to be releasing with the Python script for beginners, where I'm going to discuss libraries and how to use libraries in Python script. Sorry, did somebody... The library I pretty much finished yesterday, so I'll put the library up for everybody to import into their scripts, and I'll do the videos as I can. They should be very quick, the videos, because they're much shorter than the YouTube videos, and you'll find them on Teachable. So I'll put the lines of code and the library into the DaviddTech strategies, so that you can use that from today, I guess. It'll be from today. Hi, Scott. How are you going, mate? Good. Yeah. What I've done is I've cut. I don't know if you know how libraries work. You can cut the functions up into internal functions and external accessible functions. I've made all of these stats from the top to the bottom, except for the trades to verify, and there was one other one. Trades to verify. I think it was trades to verify. I think that was the only one. All of these stats here are available in in those 4 lines of code. You literally have to copy and paste like a function into TradingView, and you'll be able to add that to anything, and the calculation is done inside of this library. Trades to verify I couldn't do because that is pretty much something to do with DaviddTech strategies, and it has to work out where the stop loss and take profit of each one is. So it was pretty much impossible. This one here is the same. It doesn't belong to the open source library because it all depends where you set your stop loss and take profits, and because some are mean reversion, some are fixed stop losses and take profits. I can't do this dashboard here, but the one at the bottom, if I put it up, if it would kindly, my computer would go a little bit faster. P&L, there we go. The P&L, if the P&L table at the bottom here will show up. And like I said, it's open source, it's a library, you just literally have to include it. And if it's a Bollinger Band strategy, it will literally show up within seconds. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I have. I didn't understand completely the concept of it. Maybe we can just spare me 2 seconds. Let me make sure. I did go look this morning as well. As for the ETA of the boilerplate 5, this was sort of the next step I was going to go through. Boilerplate 5 with things, everything cleaned up, working cleaner than the previous version. And I've added things like these green lines here, which help you to do things like DCA strategies and things like that. All of that I've pretty much finished as well, so that should be done within the next week. Updated for boilerplate 5, and that means I can start updating one by one all of the strategies, including Botify and Optibot. So I'll make it a priority to update those ones because they haven't been updated in a while. Let me have a look at your suggestion very quickly because I'm not sure that. Yeah, sure. Yes. Ah. It sounds very interesting. That sounds very interesting. I didn't understand, to be honest. I didn't understand. I saw your message about the ones and the twos. I didn't. I can't see the link. Oh yes, ultimate strategy template. Is that it? No, no. But no, that is definitely a way of looking at it, without a doubt. I could certainly give that a go without a doubt. And it wouldn't take me long to give. Sure. Thank you very much. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. That's great. Brilliant. Because it's something that I felt was a bit of a big limitation by TradingView, but obviously you found the solution, so I can get to work and add it. No problem. Cool. Let me have a look at this here. Uh, Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. It was a limitation that was limited for me as well because obviously not being able to do all of what. No, that's fantastic. That is absolutely brilliant. Cool. I will. I will try. I'll try to get back on this evening, and I'll code this evening. We'll try coding it this evening to see if I can get it. Uh, 'Cause yeah, that's yeah. I'll try and get on this evening, and I'll try and code it this evening, so that we can give it a go to see whether we can get it ready for tomorrow morning. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, cool. Looking now. Okay. External imports. Utility. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay, this is the same sort of code that I've written, but maybe it'll allow us to. Okay, this will. Okay, I'll have a look. I'll have a look. What I'll do is I know the guy from Hyblock's about to come in as well, so I'll have a look at this evening, and I'll be online. I think that a couple of us are online this evening to chat, so I'll be online and I'll try and code this tonight so that you can play around with it tomorrow morning. No problem. Cool. Yeah, cool. No problem whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you for finding a solution. I thought it was unfixable, but obviously you've found the solution, so that's cool. The board very, yeah. Cool. Fantastic. Looking forward to coding it. I'll go very, very quickly through the last bits, and I'm not sure, Vlad, if I'll go from high blocks is here yet. Is Vlad about? I'm not sure if Vlad's about. Yeah, no, okay, cool. Right, I have also this tool which is in currently in review. The boilerplate. I'll go through very quickly the boilerplate 5 version 5. It has things like as you can see these green lines here, which is DCA. I found that a lot of strategies give good results using DCA for our entry, and it's part of trigger trade. So I'm coding that in there as well, so we have DCA entries. Like I said, general cleanup, general tidy up, making things a little bit better, cleaner, faster, a lot faster. That was my main point. Making these things here open source so that everybody else can use them on their trading strategies. I hope that if you do use them, you'll come along and share your trading strategies with others here in the Discord as well. This tool here is a plugin for Chrome, which is currently in review by Google. Allows you to go up here. I think it's this one here. This is my developer's version. Connect to your exchange with an API key to Bybit and other exchanges, which I'll discuss when it's when it is officially released. You can add some things very much same as trigger trade above here. If you're a manual trader using something like the ABC or the smart money concepts, you can literally set everything up and press long here, and it will automatically take your trade on that trading strategy on that exchange with the leverage set and all of that ready for you. I wouldn't suggest using 106 leverage, but gives you another tool so you don't have to leave TradingView to take your trades. So that's just another tool that I've been working on. It's currently in review for by Google at the moment. I think that was pretty much everything. Let me go through very quickly. Let me go back to the beginning up the top here. Really excited by... Yeah, sure. Yes. Yes. No, it's going to be on GitHub this evening. Abraham, who's working with me, is currently just removing credentials and things like that. It's going to be on GitHub this evening. I've done a short video on how to install it on your own local machine. I will be putting it onto a server as well for anybody who wants to play around with it on a server. I have an appointment with another guy that I spoke to yesterday, because my problem with David.ai is the speed of, even with Vector BT and all of those, the speed of backtesting results and things like that. But luckily yesterday, a guy contacted me. I don't know if he's in the chat today, I'm not sure. A guy contacted me via email, showing me his backtesting system written in Python, and it looks absolutely amazing, extremely fast. It takes away, by the looks of it, all of the bells and whistles that we don't need. It can do multiple coins. It does absolutely everything, and I've asked him if he wouldn't mind coming in and doing a showcase of his Python backtester. I hope to get him in very soon, so he can do that. So that will speed up David.ai. So back to the question, the GitHub repository will be open this evening for it if you want to install it locally. Ibrahim is a dedicated developer for it. He's going to continue taking the suggestions in to improve it and make it better. It's got a web version integrated into it. It's built on it's built on Python, but has a web version. The version for testing and logging in and testing, Ibrahim will have that up at the same time as he makes the GitHub available for everybody to test. It was fast. It's faster than TradingView, but my looking for faster and better. It's for me. It's just too slow to use as a system constantly, and I just want better for it. So I'd like to put it out there, let everybody test it, and then always looking for different ideas, different ways of doing it. Maybe David.ai with this baby David AGI will do exactly the same thing, but faster. Just trying to find different ways of improving it. But yeah, it isn't as fast as I hoped it would have been. We've tried building it. We tried building it on Rust. We've tried building it with Python, with Vector BT, with Fast Trade, with Backtrader. All of these frameworks, and none of them were as fast as I'd like it to be, except for Vector BT. But Vector BT is still not as fast as I'd like it to be. Yes, a bit. Yeah, it's not slow. It's not slow in the slightest. It's just slower than I'd like it to be. And as this guy contacted me yesterday, I thought, well, we might as well get him in, see how his system works. It's another open source system, so we might as well see how it works and see if we can't integrate it. And it means we got somebody in here that does Python as well, and hopefully will help to build some better ideas as well. Incubate. Also going to be a open source version of Incubate set up for everybody as well. I'm trying to go over to as much open source as I possibly can so that everybody can see, because the problem is Incubate seems to adapt extremely well to a certain number of people, but not every single strategy. So my problem is trying to please as many people as possible and get as many trading strategies working with it as possible. So I'm going to try and make it an open source plugin. It's because it's me. It's an old PHP script that I made for WordPress. So it's easy to install if anybody's got a WordPress setup. And I will make that open source as well. So I'm going to try and get as much over to open source as possible. Is it working? It works for me. I can see that there's a lot of people, well, not a lot, not as many as I'd hope, but there is a number of people daily using it. But see, I have had a lot of questions via email. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I got a lot of emails as well from people. That's why I'd like to try and go towards open source and things like that a bit more. Put it out there so that anybody can see the code and see how they can adapt it. Yeah. But yeah, there was a heck of a lot of questions after my 4-hour stream about it. To be honest, about how to use it. I haven't, I've updated the code regularly. I update the code to improve for the strategies that people say to me aren't working. Uh, but there's just so many strategies that it's hard to get it to work for everybody. So, like I said, if I make it open source and it doesn't work for your strategy, it means that anybody who knows how to do a bit of PHP or whatever will be able to adapt it. And yeah, but that's the only real. Because I was waiting for the update of which I should have put it back up there. The reason it isn't there is because I was waiting for the update of the optimizer for the checkbox. It will pop back up now. It's got the checkbox on it. On the optimizer, on the most recent update, there wasn't a checkbox which says to everybody that they're not in any way obliged to share, but sharing is caring is what's written there. If you want to share your results, you can. If you don't, you don't. And because of the most recent update, it didn't have that checkbox. I don't know why it accidentally got removed. But now it's there. I will put the room back onto Discord. That was the only reason. Yes, Matt has been working on that quite a lot, and not only has he been working on that, he's made it so that the description of each file is a lot better than what it was. So they should be easier to search through and find good strategies with good sharp ratios and things like that. Much easier inside of Discord. So that No, that was the last thing that Matt worked on. He's been ill for the last 3 days. I hope he'll be back tomorrow. As far as I know, it should be working. That was the last thing he worked on, and then he moved over to help me build this thing here, which is the trigger trade. Tidied up the code for me on that. So he said that everything was fixed. I know that you had a couple of problems with that, so. I didn't have the same problem, so I'm not 100% sure, but he said that it was working with the files that you sent him. Okay. Yes, that he's fixed. We receive all of the information now. Okay. In I don't know. That would be a bug. Uh, okay, thank you very much, Marco. I'm if it is, I'll just wait for 3 days before and delete them until everybody's got that button working. Yes. He made a couple of improvements before uploading the most recent version, but nothing revolutionary. He did change the algorithm to make it work a little bit better. What he's currently doing is he's currently trying to make it so it works in a walk forward state of mind instead of just in and out of sample. The same sort of way as I would have optimized the wolf and bear, for example. Every month, at the end of the month, it automatically optimizes and then downloads those results. So he's trying to build a different way of building it, whilst at the same time improving on the in and out of sample results. Okay, he's improved on that already. Yeah, he has improved on that part already. That should be part of. Yes, that was. He's doing it on the top X number of results. I'm not sure what he put. Oh, sorry. He hasn't put a box there yet. Uh, uh the top, yeah. Yes, I totally agree. Totally agree. He's obviously not understand what I've asked for, or it isn't completed. I'll speak to him as soon as he gets back from being ill and find out where he is on that. I believe that the task is complete because, like I said, he moved over to this week for me, and and the task was in the task list. So I will ask him. No problem whatsoever. Okay, I've gone a bit over into Hyblock's time. I'm not sure, Vlad. I pass over to you, or yeah, or would you like me to continue? Let me. Hi, hi, Vinny. Very sorry for going over into your time. How are you going? Okay. Thanks very much. So Vinny's from Hyblock Capital. It's this website here. I hope this website here. I contacted him a couple of weeks ago, and I like the product because it helps us to find data that we wouldn't get from TradingView. And asked him, well, Vlad asked him if he wouldn't mind coming in and giving an overview of the platform. So I guess over to you, Vinny. I believe that you have rights to share if you want to do a little introduction of yourself and your platform. Just going watch stream. Mine's blocked. Is everybody else? I managed to get in. I think that's good. That's good, Vinny. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Maybe close it and try again because sometimes the first time. Yeah, for my life. Yeah, that's it.
our TradingView charts. We started sharing that.
Cool.
The product is how we kind of take those data sets and build tools on top.
Yeah. There's a problem. We can just see the home page. Sorry, I wasn't sure it was me. I try. No, we can just. There, that's it now. Yeah, great.